Alrighty guys, let's get soaping. So we already have our oils. They are beautifully blended and sitting at a beautiful 79 degrees. Lye solution, which we've already added my sodium lactate to, is also at a beautiful 81 degrees. So they're only like a 2-degree variance. Let me grab my stick blender so we can get going. So I have my attachment. Lay him down. No games to be allowed here. Okay, so for my additives in here to help give me a nice beautiful lather, I'm going to use 3 of the tablespoons that come in with this container. They're kind of rounded sometimes, but you know, I call them a nice hearty addition. Beautiful. The next thing we're going to add is our white kaolin clay. This gives you a really soft lather. It feels amazing in the bar. And it's one of my favorite additives. I put this in like every single bar. My oatmeal bars, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't affect the colorant, which some people told me about that. They felt like adding all these white colors in here would affect the final color, but it really doesn't. So now we got our stick blender here. I'm gonna push these underneath, give it a good swirly. Blend this on high for a few minutes, for a few seconds. Now that the kaolin clay and our coconut milk powder are added, we're going to give it a little swirl. We're going to burp our stick blender, get all the big bubbles to the top, tilt the bad boy over here to the side, pour our lye and sodium lactate into this container. This one is a type thick because I only have a few of the big ones and they're dirty. So we got a smaller one. Alright, I'm going to swirl it gently here, and we're going to post this on high. Since I only make about 4 pounds, this doesn't take long. I'm talking like 2 to 3 minutes, and it's emulsified. So we're going to blend this till emulsified or a really light trace. Alrighty, we have officially reached emulsification. Take my blender off. Now let's slide this to the side and bring in our colors. Alright, so in this one here, I have Wicked. Wicked from Mad Micas. Back here, I have Pow Pow Purple, also by Mad Micas. And over here, I have my custom blend, which is Brazen Hussy by Mad Micas, Spicy Tomato, also by Mad Micas, and Mauve Mica from Southwest Candle Company. I put this one in its own little container because we're going to take this and add it into the big one. So for starters, let's blend these dividers here. Let's about eyeballing it so everybody's about equal. I think I'm going to do less black. I don't want this to be overly intense in the black department, and do more red and purple. Okay. Now you're probably wondering, what are we doing? I got you. We're going to be using Black Cherry fragrance oil. This is from Southwest Candle Supply. And we're going to do 2 ounces of the fragrance oil. Before I do the fragrance oil, I'm going to blend these up a little bit just to make sure everybody's all happy. I'm going to start with my purple. Give them a little swirly durly. So personally for me, when I think of Black Cherry, I think of this combination between red, purple, red, black type of vibes. So that's where we're going with this. I might actually add some of the red colorant into here. So let's take about a few droplets just to sort of amplify the red in this purple. This purple is like a true red, not so much a, doesn't put me in the mindset of a cherry. Just gonna try to add a little red to give it some oomph-a-doomph. All right, I think that's gonna look good. Just gonna take my good old spatula out, put it into my holding cup back here. I really want to get my purple down packed before I move on and commit to putting all the red in here. And I don't want to add any fragrance until I'm 100% sure this is right. I think I'm happy with that. He's not a purple plum, so I think I can live with it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my black while he's over here. All right. And I think this red is gonna be good enough to combat the black. Here's hoping. I'm gonna pour all of that in there. I'm gonna get all this out. I've been looking for smaller spatulas because I'll make this scrapey part here so much easier. Oh my god, I got red everywhere. Hold on. Clean up on Keisha. Attach my blender. Swirl it in. That's a little more peachy. That's a little more peachy pink than I wanted it to be. So I'm actually going to grab another color. I'm going to grab some Voodoo, also from Mad Micas. Give this a swirl and see where we're going. I think he's going to take me where I want to be. Add my attachment. He's a little pinky pink. So let's add some more spicy tomato. I don't want to overblend this because I don't want this to thicken up too much on me. I'm kind of going for like almost a true red color, but not so much. That's why I added mauve to this, because I wanted this to have a very between black, a purple black, a black, and a cherry red. That's more like it. All right, let's take this off. I'm going to measure out 2 ounces of black cherry fragrance. We got our 2 ounces of fragrance. Let's go ahead and divide it into thirds. Put a little less than a third in the black because he's less, obviously. Just going to eyeball it. It's okay. Let's just a quick whirl and get the fragrances in, and then we're going to start with the mold. All right, everybody's all blended up, and I'm gonna do an in the pot swirl. Let's grab my mold, 3-pound loaf pan, and I'm gonna pour the red in first. Give me a base, just like that. Tamp this down, slide it out the way. Now I'm gonna swirl in the purple. And just sort of get him in there. Stop. The black. Get him in there. I'm going to put all my black in because I'm not planning on coming back to him. Then do the purple on top of that. Alright. Before I finish with the purple, I'm going to scrape my black container. I'm actually thinking about leaving a little smidgen in there because we might want to swirl him on the top to really enhance that black cherry vibe. I think he'll complement my little embeds. Oh yeah, baby. We got some embeds for the top of this. So for now, we're going to move the black one to the side, bring our mold back in, and get him poured right on in there. All right, I'm gonna stop pouring. Tamp him right on down. All right, so I'm gonna tamp that in real nice like. Make sure you got a nice smoothie poothy. Get him in, get him in, get him in. All right, I'm gonna fill up my piping bag and we're gonna pipe these on top and we can get ready for our embeds. Be right back. Okay, so now we've taken our leftover batter. As I say, I do about 4 pounds of batter for my 3-pound molds so we can pipe. So I'm gonna take this and sort of do a little maneuvering here. It's a little soft, but I do want it to be that way. And I'm using a small tip. All right, so I'm gonna take my leftover batter, I'm gonna go ahead and scoop him into my individual molds. I just take a little rectangular individual mold like this. Never let a soap go to waste. Every ounce counts. Tamp that puppy down. Get it out of my way. All right, we are gonna get this all cleaned up really quick because I don't want soap everywhere. So I'm gonna clean this up really, really fast and be right back. Alrighty, we're back. I got my molds that I made, my embeds that I made this morning. And because I pillowed this up, I don't know if you guys can tell from that angle. If you look this way, you can see I build it up on this side. I wanna put the cherries in the middle. So I made multiple colors of cherries. I have these beautiful deep purple ones. I have these more creamy red ones. Some deep red ones. And then some clear, more translucent red ones. So I'm just gonna put these on all willy-nilly. See where we're going? It's very colorful. And these are melt and pour embeds. And I have an embed, I have a cutter that actually cuts melt and pour. So I can do that. So there she is. Now I'm going to spritz this with some alcohol. If you can find 91% rubbing alcohol or better, that is highly recommended. But like, look at my translucent ones. The ones that I use clear melt and pour on, they are shining for the goodness. Look at that. Spin it around so you can see the other side. He's amazeballs. I'm thinking some glitter could definitely amp this up a notch. Be right back. I never know if I want to use glitter. I tend to notice this at the last minute. And I just picked up this fairy duster from Mad Micas in the color Purple Rain. And we're going to hit this puppy. Here we go. So we're going to turn the embeds that away, and we're just going to give it a little shot here and there. This is biodegradable glitter, which means it will degrade in the wash process, so don't you worry about my little aquatic friends. They will be fine. That glitter brought that to life. Oh my gosh. And then I'm going to seal that glitter in by hitting it with some alcohol. Look at that beauty. It's time to put this puppy to bed, and we will let this sit for 18 to 24 hours uncovered. I will not be covering this one because I do not cover my high top soaps. So this is going to be perfectly fine. We won't worry about it. If it goes in the gel phase, great. If it doesn't, well, you know, hey, it's still pretty. Bye.